be Jordan Hasay and Derrick. Jordan, as you know, was third in the women's race, 2:20.57. Chris was ninth in the men's race, 2:12.50. They'll join us shortly, and they will be our last athletes this morning. However, if you have a specific request to see an athlete, somebody you need to speak to, please see a member of the marathon staff in the back of the room, and they will be very happy to assist you. But right now, congratulations and welcome to Derrick, ninth among the men, time of 2:12.50, and Jordan Hasay, third among the women, a time of 2:20.57. Congratulations to you both. Without further ado, I know you will have questions, so let's go. Yes?
Jordan, congrats on the race. Yeah, 2:20.57. I know you say you don't want to put limits on yourself, but that's a very, very fast time, second ever by an American. What are your thoughts on that?
Thank you so much. I'm just thrilled that it panned out so well, especially off the hot early pace, and I had to definitely be really brave, and I wanted to compete. Those first couple miles I was a little bit indecisive. Do I go, do I not go? But it was a huge pack, and I want to be up there. I wanted to continue to progress my time, so I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go with how I feel, and I was actually feeling pretty good. It was a bit scary looking at the lead cart and looking at the projected times. At one point it was saying 2:17, and then we slowed down, it was saying 2:18, but I knew and was preparing mentally that once a move was made, I didn't know what it was going to be, but I just had to be really tough and stick to my own rhythm that second half, and I'm just thankful that my training really carried me through. I just trusted it that second half and tried to keep accelerating, keep staying focused, and just keep going all the way to the line.
Larry?
Chris, congratulations. You finished your first marathon. So what's the biggest lesson you learned from it?
I mean, I learned a little bit about fueling or whatever. I think, my drinks were a little concentrated, because I definitely was getting pretty dehydrated. I feel like my stomach wasn't really absorbing the fluids I was drinking. Like, had chills in the arms the last 3 miles, but mostly, I just learned to be patient. Obviously, I was in the lead there for a little bit, and then I did think it out, but kind of they had surged really hard, and I was just about to check off, and they slowed down, and I kind of knew from last year that some of those guys like to really surge hard, and I felt like my breathing was good, but my legs were not going to be in for big surges, and so I just wanted to try to run steady, and I probably got a little ambitious, thinking, kind of seeing that projected time drop, and thinking, all right, well, I don't feel so bad, and I can run these 303Ks or whatever, and I can run 210, and then things really started to hurt pretty bad, and it kind of, the last 6 miles was I guess maybe the last 5 miles was a progressive death march. One of those times where you kind of look up at the guys ahead of you, and it's like, wow, they're running really slow, and then look up a mile later and be like, they're further away, so I'm running even slower. So it was. I think it's a good step. Obviously, I want it all right away, but we all can't be Jordan, so hopefully it's a learning experience on the way to bigger things.
For Jordan, we talked to your coach, Alberto Salazar, after this, or after the race, and even though Galen won, he said he had to pick the performance of the day, the Oregon Trail, and go to you. What does it mean to hear that, and just talk about how successful your first year program once again?
That's a huge honor to hear. Immediately when I crossed the line, I just said, how did Galen do? How did Galen do? I was so thrilled to hear that he won. It's just, he puts in such hard work, and it's been really fun, this build-up, because we've honestly been doing it every workout. I've even hopped in with some workouts with him, and we've been on the same schedule, and we've felt tired the same days and felt good the same days, so that's always a good sign. And throughout the race, I was just thinking of him up there, and that just always gives me a lot of confidence. And so he's just been a great mentor to me, and even at times he's like a big brother. He'll yell at me on we're working on my form, so on our easy days he'll say get your shoulders back, and so it's been just really nice to have him as a mentor, because obviously he's an Olympic medalist in this event, so it's just nice to see how he approaches things, and I still think he wins the performance of the day, but that's nice of Alberto to say.
Just following up on that a little bit, what do you think your performance, Galen's performance, Chris being in there today, means for American running?
It's really exciting. It's been fun to be a part of, starting with Boston for myself and Galen, and then that's one of the reasons, that I went with that lead pack today, is that I want us to be up there, and I could have maybe run my own pace, and then I don't know what would have happened at the end. Maybe I just run my own pace, and then I catch up at the end, but you really want to just be there and compete, so I'd rather tell myself, okay, next time I'm going to go out in that pace, and then hopefully just maintain that pace rather than starting slow and trying to time trial it yourself. So I think it's important to show that we can compete with them, and that's one of the things I was telling myself, just be confident you can compete with these ladies, and obviously it's really intimidating to be up there with someone like Tababa, who I've looked up to ever since I was really young, so it's just huge to have us podium finishes again, and then top 10, just for Chris in his debut. I mean, just to be top 10 is an amazing day.
Jordan, did you think about your mother at all today?
The whole last half, I was just telling myself that she was running it for me. I was thinking of her the whole time, and honestly, she's the best at positive self-talk, and we just have our little things. So I have my little list of things that she used to tell me, and that just really carries you through. And I think in the marathon, that just helped me in Boston. You just have to have something real deep that drives you when it starts to get real hard. And she's the one that I started out running with, and just honestly, that last 6 miles I was pretending I was running that route with her, and it's neat that I know that she's just with me every step, and it just really powered me to all the way to the line.
So this time a year ago, you never run a marathon. Did you ever, at that point, did you ever think that this kind of success was going to be possible and this quickly?
No, I didn't. I mean, it's just I'm very grateful. I had always hoped that I would be great at the marathon, and so I'm really glad that we decided to move up this young, because obviously, it's exciting for Boston to go well, but you never know with the second one. Some people have great debuts and then they never get any better than that. So for this to go so well, it's just, in a way, a relief, but I was just trusting in my training, and I just love the marathon. That's why I was telling myself out there, I'm just like, you're great at the marathon, like this is your event, this is what you love, and I just love the training for it, I love the build up, and so I really think it's definitely my event. Some people are just gifted at certain things, and I probably split my 5K PR through this race. I'm not really sure, but I just can keep going, go. So it just seems to definitely kind of, this day solidifies that that's my event. So again, it's exciting to be able to focus on it.
You mentioned being with the lead pack. When they separated out, it looked like you were holding to the pace that you wanted to go and not trying to run with them. Is that true? Or did it just look that way?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, halfway through, I felt really good, and I was wondering when someone would make a move, and you try to be in the present moment, though, and just focus on that so you don't think about winning. But Tababa, at some points, she was doing most of the work, credit to her, and we were all just kind of keying off her, I felt like, and some points it kind of slowed because she wanted someone else to take the lead. It was pretty windy. So I was actually kind of surprised that she made such a hard move halfway, because I thought maybe she was hurting. But props to her for going for it. And then I was just I need to break this down, get to halfway, and then not stress out my coaches too much here and go. You kind of have to leave your ego at the door again, and I didn't know that. I definitely couldn't have accelerated. I would be silly to go with that move maybe if we had a mile to go, but I just wanted to stick to my rhythm, and then you just really have to stay confident at that point though, because if you tell yourself the next is still a long way to go, and to have negative thoughts in your mind, it's a long way, so I just tried to stay really focused, and what was nice was that I was catching then, and then I caught the 5th and 4th, so you just keep having positive momentum, keep moving on, and I was getting my own splits, trying to keep myself honest. I think I had 1:5:35, but then I would keep clicking off close to 5:30s, so I just tried to keep that momentum going.
Chris, congrats on the debut. I'm curious if this now is a full-time switch to you for the roads, or what type of, are you going to track still, or what is it look like going forward?
I certainly think my future is in the marathon, but the plan, we'll have to go back and talk with Jerry, but the plan was to kind of go back to the track in the spring, and I would really like to lower my 10,000 meter PR. I know it's harder the more you get into the marathon, go back and forth between those two things, so I do feel like I have some unfinished business in that regard, and so hopefully in the spring, I'll probably continue to do more halves and things like that, but I would really like to take a crack at lowering my PR. I would prefer to not end my career with my 10,000 PR date when I was 21. So that's hopefully be a goal this spring.
Chris, are you happy with your time and your performance today? Is there anything that you can build on apart from knowing how to manage the drinks a little bit?
I think going in, I felt, well, when I started the build-up, I said, I don't want to be one of those guys who gets so excited and I'm going to, run sub 2:10 and all this stuff and yada, 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 and then blow to pieces. And I kind of was like, all right, 2:12 would be okay, 2:10 would be great. And of course, the training went really well, and Jerry was excited, and he just wanted me to compete. And I started to have that in my own mind of like, I can run really fast, and so there's a bit of a come down from that, but at the same time, I know the way that I ran it. When we got to 15 miles or so, and things started moving, I knew I had a choice of I can just start checking my watch and running, trying to run for 4:57s, as many in a row, or I could go with this and compete and see what it's like. And Jerry had told me that he wanted me to race, and he wanted me to be in the race and to not be afraid of anyone. And so, I certainly paid the price for that. My last 2 miles were probably like 5:30. It was pretty rough, but I think it was worth it to attack it in that way and to learn for the future, because it'd be nice to run a faster time, but at the same time I know that this is going to be a process and a journey in the marathon, and I want to give myself the experiences that give me the best chance to succeed in the future.
When you were growing up, did you come and volunteer or watch the marathon?
We never did. That's the thing. My high school team has started doing that more recently. I think I actually got dropped just before the water station they were at. But honestly, I was always a bit intimidated by the whole idea of it, just because, when you're a sophomore, junior in high school here, the big thing is to try to run under 15 minutes for 3 miles in cross country. And these guys would run 4:50 pace for 26. And that was almost discouraging to know that people could do that. I think it was better for me to not think about that, and just to I would like look at, whatever, Dave Ritzenhouse ran this when he was in high school, and he can do it now, so there's got to be some way that you can get that good. So that's kind of my experience with this in high school.
Just being local, were there points where you had a lot of friends or family on the route, or heard or saw things that?
I definitely heard my mom pretty late, somewhere around 21, 22 miles. maybe 20 miles, yeah. And I knew that there were the Negro kids out there. I heard a lot of cheers for Galen. I think they probably outnumbered mine. I was a little bit. At one point when I was leading, I was like, "Hey, I'm from here too. Like, come on." But obviously, I don't quite have that reputation yet. So they knew I was all show, I guess. So that's fine. But it was great fun, and I heard some Depot Valley call-outs out there, and early on that was awesome, and then late that was like, just don't look at me, please, don't look at me.
Jordan, did you have any part of the race where you felt where you're having a rough patch?
I mean, the whole last part was just really tough, just being by myself, but I just tried to stay extremely focused and just go mile by mile, and just with the marathon, you just never know how you're gonna feel, so I was maybe just a little bit scared when I still had about 10 miles to go, and that I wasn't sure, what was going to happen in the last couple miles. But then, again, I just was taking it mile by mile, and when we got to about 5K to go, I knew that I was okay and would be accelerating. So once the move was made, I told myself, just run your rhythm. And then 5K to go, Joni had told me that's a good place to really start trying to pick it up, and I mean, I don't know if I picked it up, but I was trying to, and I think maybe I did. I could see second place, which really helped, so just, again, staying really focused, and I think that's one thing that you just got to really practice in your training. And then I just, doing a lot of mental focus. I do a lot of meditation, and so that really helps. I just tell myself, just breathe, just sit. You're just sitting, breathing, and just trying to take myself out of the pain. And then just thinking of the different races. I've watched Paula's course record here many times online, and so I was just pretending I was her, just going through the commentator's voice, and just little tricks like that. You just gotta have it in your mind of certain things that help get you through.
Joe, do you have anything to say to each other? Because I mean, that's big. You weren't, as she pointed out, you weren't even born when she set the American record here.
Yeah, I'm just so thankful for Joni. We have a very special relationship, and her daughter Abby is my age as well. And yesterday they sent me a photo. There's a big photo of me up at the Nike store downtown. It says one of my goals, which is to win an Olympic gold medal in the marathon, and she's holding a sign that says "You will." And so I was thinking of that photo, the last half, and it just it's an honor to follow in her footsteps. And I just wanted, I was trying to say, just be, my massage therapist said, just be your future self, and I wanted to do great things and follow in their footsteps and prove that the Americans can bridge that gap. That's why I came to Chicago, is because I wanted to keep getting my time lower and lower. I'm not going to run 2:17 immediately. I told Paul afterwards, I don't know how you did it. I got like 7 minutes to go, but I'm just thrilled that I can keep chipping away, and to move up this young is exciting because I still have many years ahead. So just got to keep staying healthy, keep staying focused, and then it'll come. That's one of the things I was telling myself. Just run, relax the last half, and it'll come. Just let it come. You don't want to force it in the marathon. So I think that's really important. Just got to stick to your rhythm, stay relaxed, and then it'll come. And whatever that was going to be, it was today.
Okay, if we have no further questions for Chris and Jordan, if you'd like to take photographs, this is your opportunity. Please do so.